Hello everyone, this is a reporting from another session, bringing you a small talk show that I decided to make before the full release of the Darwin project, and because I wanted to learn more about the game, talk with pro players or pretty good players that playing the game for a long time, and ask some questions and understand the game even more so you at home can improve your gameplay or at least learn more about our community. So without any further ado, let's introduce our first guest, TheLazySlof. Hey there, Slof, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. What about yourself?
Doing good. So, how long have you been playing Darwin Project?
I've been playing Darwin Project since May 2018, and ever since I played it around very regularly for about a year, and in the recent months it was more on and off due to just game getting slower and less new players. But that's just how it is. I'm still in love with the game though, and I'll still play it at least once every like 3 days. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Nice. So, how did you get into Darwin Project from the first place?
I got into Darwin because of a League of Legends content creator. His name is Magikarp Use Fly, and at one point in time, he uploaded a video of him playing Darwin with some of his friends, just goofing around. And I seen it, and I was like, sure, I can try it out. It's gonna be fun. Played that with my friends as well. My friends then dropped off because they just didn't like it all too much. I continued playing. I met people through pubs and stuck around like that.
Ah, that's nice. I actually know Magikarp use Fly.
Hell yeah, dude!
Yeah, not a big
Like
fan
a
of his
great dude.
content. Not a big fan of his content, but he's interesting nonetheless.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Yeah. So, what is your favorite loadout in the game?
It depends on what I want to do. If I'm
Mm-hmm.
playing to win, I like going the Hunter build, which is Hunter boots, lumberjack, Hunter arrows. I run it with Revenge cloak. Some people run it with Fur cloak, but I personally like it more with Revenge cloak. And then just my normal three meta electronics, which would be Power Leap, Teleport, and Arena, and meta tools, which is Hook, Glider, and Strip Wire. Just because it's the most reliable thing, and in a lot of situations, you get a lot of information out of your enemy with using this build. If
Really?
I'm playing to have fun though, and memes, I'm going my usual fire arrow axe sharpener combo because that's just great memes and I enjoy three shotting people.
Yeah, the less shot hits are the best hits, right?
So
Uh, how how do you, how does Darwin affected your life in any way? Did it?
the game itself, it probably didn't infect my life all too much. It got me more confident because it was a game where I was actually was decently skilled at. But apart from that, the game itself didn't do too much. What did do a lot was that I was one of the people who started up the EU Scrim server, who's been running since like September 2018, and that just was a lot of free time invested into that. That probably has changed my life a little bit in a way of there's something that I have to look after now on the side as well.
Oh, that's nice. So now you're taking that kind of responsibility outside into your own life in any capacity?
Like the responsibility of looking into a community.
Yeah, something like that. Being more organized or stuff like that.
It would be a good thing if I get the opportunity to, and I'm pretty certain if somebody does come up to me, it gives me the opportunity to do it, I would probably agree to it and help out. But so far, nothing like that has popped up.
Okay. So good luck to you with that.
Well, thank you.
Let's see. Uh, do you remember any kind of fun experience from a game of Darwin?
There's been a bunch, mainly whenever I was playing with some friends like Frozen or Hopeless Frog, sorry, where we goofed around a bunch and just had fun with the game. I
Mm-hmm.
can't pinpoint it. If I had to pinpoint something though, it would probably be the whole month of January because then was when I got my Silver Skin and King Momo, which was still obtainable at the time. Um, and it was just great fun playing those tournaments and actually succeeding and making it through it as well.
That's so nice. Um, w- are you excited for the full release of the game? By the way.
I'm really excited. I want to see what they plan for us. I've heard a bunch. I've heard people say that there's so much content coming, and I hope the player base increases again so we can have more skilled pubs as well.
Yeah.
And generally speaking, I'm kind of hyped. I already planned a week of vacation for once the game actually releases. So like I have it on reserve. I haven't actually entered it yet because I don't know the date. Unfortunately, no one does.
Pretty sure that we will get more new players. We already
Yeah.
are getting new players in this moment.
Yeah.
And when the games will release, we will get much more player base.
Yeah,
Hopefully they will stick. And do you have any like insight information about the amount of content?
I sadly do not know. I might be a scrim admin, but no one of Scav has given us out that information. I think you almost have to be a community moderator for that. So
hey Bella, send us a send us a message.
Just hit us up with some DM, like just leak the whole thing. Thank you, Smile.
Yeah. So yeah, that's nice. So let's look at some analysis of your gameplay. See what things are doing.
Scrim set that happened yesterday, the 12th of November.
Wait. Okay, let me just open that. Here we go.
Yeah. This is a scrim set, or like a test set where people play competitively of the 12th of November, which was yesterday as well.
Okay.
And there are 5 points overall I would want to highlight. I'll go through them as soon as they start, which we'll do with the first right now. Actually, this is the longest one that I wanted to show.
Mm-hmm.
It's overall just the whole sudden death of game one. What is to note about game one in a competitive like set is game one is usually the most passive one because rank matters a lot. Obviously, like how long you survive matters tons. So a lot of people are gonna be still alive for sudden death.
Okay.
What I'm doing right now is me just moving to high ground because I like that.
Yeah, but I see that you entered the forbidden zone.
Yeah, that is because if I didn't go through the forbidden zone, I would have opened myself up to attacks while crossing the bridge, and I didn't want to risk that. I'd rather go around the forbidden zone and use up one of my wood after, even though I am fairly limited on resources.
Yeah.
I thought it was worth it in the end because I will come from an unexpected angle. Especially because earlier in the set, Colin Cat, the guy that just shot me down, was up there before me, and he knew I was behind him. So I didn't think he would assume I would push through the cold to get onto him as well, which also enabled me to get off his armor earlier.
Yeah. So why do you run around and not using your power leap to get into the zone?
Well, I don't have a power leap, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, teleportation. Teleport. My bad.
Because the electronics in the sudden death, mostly, in my opinion, some people play it differently, but in my opinion, are the most clutch things you can use. It's always the safest opportunity to run away with if you do need to run away. And preserving your teleport for a situation where you need it, like the one that's coming up right now, is very important. Because now I'm starting to die to cold due to poor cold management. And I needed to teleport to get up here and warm up again to be safe. Also, you will see me play the sudden death, even though my resources aren't that great. You see me play it somewhat aggressive.
Yeah.
Because I need the body to loot up again. I need some loot from dead players because if I don't have it, I'll just die straight up anyways. You also see me pop a coffee because I need to survive outside of the zone. I can't push into the zone and then armor up because I know there's one player left. Ori at the time, actually, that is going to contest me in there. I didn't know he was close to me, so I got shot out of it.
Okay.
And yeah.
Here we go. Now he's already decided to lose his high ground advantages, jump down to you.
Yeah, he felt very confident in his push because he already got 2 hit. So he pushed this down because he had a lot of things going for him. I mean, as you see right now, I'm getting down to 50 HP. I almost died because of it. I probably would have died if it wasn't for Ori misplaying, because he popped his power leap and he jumped just next to the mountain. He didn't get quite on top of it. Here, I'll just speed it up a little bit because this is the whole thing about Ori mismanaging resources and continuously failing to get up. Here, what I want to point out is I'm playing extremely passive because I know Ori has every advantage on what he could have. So I'm waiting for him to make a move. I'm not going to try to get on top of him. Here he tries to guys up. I'll just keep the speed up. He comes up, and I just hit him down again. I just play high ground, and I keep myself secure,
So
so I don't run risks.
So you heard him over there with the glider? How did you know that he's over
I
there?
saw the fires. I don't know if I can. Well, I don't know if I can go back because now I just fuck up.
Yeah, you can see the smoke. We can see the smoke right now.
You can see the smoke of the fires, and I saw the fires going down rapidly, which gave me the information that he was about getting close to freezing. Because he has to put them down all the time, and
the cold is stacking.
Yeah, pretty much. And if you see smoke, that's an obvious indicator of, oh, he's over there.
There you go. He's
I have to be careful. No. Here he pushes me again because he still has the advantage, and we're just finding out. Not much to say. Side rolls, generally speaking, bad decision. I don't know why I did that. In hindsight,
that's okay. Yeah. We can see your serious face.
Oh yeah, no, it's just me being, I don't know.
Serious.
Don't ask about that. This is, by the way, a really great play of Ori. He gave up crafting his armor because he was able to guarantee himself a hit on me.
Nice LX there.
But yeah, I followed up with aggression. The thing is, a lot of people, or I would argue, one of my personal strengths would mostly be the aggression that I'm able to put out. And with my aggression there, with one exit, a tele-exit, etc., I was able to push him out of zone, which ended up killing him as well due to colds.
Yeah.
Which is really unfortunate for me. Even though he had so many resources, he ended up losing to me due to my me keeping him fucking up. First of all, and me keeping my zone priorities and just putting out my aggression at the right amount of like time and everything. I would argue.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, that worked out fine. And then that was the longest clip, so the rest is going to be rather short.
That's fine. That's fine. We have time.
Yeah. The next one is going to be game 2. I already keep in mind point-wise. I already came into this with a point lead. Here I wanted to get the electronic because electronics is the whole game plan. It's instant movement or instant safety if you're running the kit that I'm using, which is Power Leap, Teleport, and Arena.
Okay, pretty standard.
Yeah, pretty standard build. Some people run Shrink, some people run Camo, people like that. And here I just engage into the fight because it's a fight I'm comfortable with taking at the point in time. And on top of that, I really want this electronic. And again here, small thing that you'll see right now, actually, you see both of us just back off immediately to the side. That's because both of us were expecting the enemy to swing, and if the enemy were to swing, we would have gotten a free hit on them by just S-keying them, which is always a good thing to keep in mind while we're axe fighting somebody. In the end, I used the glider as well, just to come from an unexpected. It could have backfired as well, because it's easy to hit people out of glider. Yeah, that already was the whole fight. There's another stuff that I want to point out.
Okay.
Because I already got a kill, and I want to get this electronics. So I see that somebody's trying to contest me here again, and now there's a decision making of, do I stay and go for the electronic, which is very valuable. With, like I said, electronics can literally save your ass in sudden death, or generally speaking, or
give you a huge advantage, especially in the early game.
Yeah. Do I stay and contest this electronic, or do I just run away and take the kill that I got and just go for more rank points?
Okay, and you decide to stay for now. That's gonna cost you your armor.
Yeah, it cost me my armor because I was greedy. I didn't know where I was from, and I was expecting to get at least some kind of like angle where I can harvest electronic. It didn't work out though, and then I just made the decision to, all right, cool. I have to leave. It's too risky to stay. I already have a point lead on people due to winning game. I don't want to risk losing that due to that decision, so I take this chest, and then I just leave and farm up. Bad thing about this whole thing was, in the end, I wasn't able to loot my title as much, so I went into the sudden death with fairly low loot. But I'm able to manage.
So why haven't you went around the player and tried to flank him?
Because it was... I'll just keep playing so I have something to look at. It was a rather dangerous move. Don't mind that. It was a dangerous move to do. You have to consider we're in the lava tower, first of all. One stupid bounce from any player can get you killed by falling into lava. Secondly, Jacket is a player who I know is able to deal with low resources as well, and is able to fight with low resources as well. So it's a risky fight to take overall. And in the end, if you die within the first 5 deaths, it doesn't matter where you die. Like you can die 10th or you could die 5th, and in the end, point wise, it's gonna be
The same.
the same. Yeah, sure. There's like a slight difference in points, but then you get a game where you get 2 kills, and that's already made up.
Okay.
So yeah, it was just, in my opinion, at the time, too risky of a play to try to flank him because I am playing to win currently. I'm not playing to just have fun. If I wanted to have fun, I'll just fucking go and fight.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Then third thing was in the same game, a later encounter with Jacket actually.
Round 2. Fight.
Here currently, you see I don't have a lot of resources. I barely have anything. I don't have an electronic even. And I need something to get me going. I need something to make me survive the sudden death. Yeah. Looked at the minimap and I saw nobody was immediately on top of us, so we can try going for this fight without hopefully not getting vultured. And here Jacket gets me good. Yeah, he gets 2 shots on me, 3 shots on me, which puts me in a very difficult situation. He's still full life. I am 2 shot.
Using the third person camera to look around.
I knew generally speaking where he was at most times. To just listening. Audio is a great aid, by the way. If you are trying to play somewhat serious, listen for people crafting armors, listen to people for people jumping windows. This was just a bullshit axe. I'll admit that. That should have been a deflect, or both of us should have missed. But I commit to the fight because I need the resources to survive the sudden death. I've already lost half-life. If I run away now and try to go into sudden death with half-life, I just lose.
Why don't you why haven't you crafted the armor inside the house?
In the house you have, in this particular house, you have the entrance and 2 windows, and I would have cornered myself basically trying to craft that armor in there. So I opted to go over here to craft up my armor while he pushed in front of me. Here I have open view of if he were to approach me, so I was able to react. Also, here I hear him craft armor, and I know he's not behind the tree that I just passed. So I shot the boom shroom to cancel his armor so he can't get that. So he gets denied from it, and then I have my advantage on him that I do with my current armor. I opted to go over here as well because I know sudden death is going to pop soon, and just to the right of me there's a boom shroom you can use to get to the center. And in case this fight does last until sudden death actually pops and the border is coming in, I need some way to get to the center fast. Considering I do not have any electronics, that is fairly difficult. So I just moved to the boom shroom. In the end, I got a lucky bounce off the mountain, and Darren was able to kill him. I got a bunch of loot. I was able to craft some armors, and in the end, also played the sudden death.
But still no electronic. What do you think about that?
I was really concerned about that. I do not have any way of defending myself, essentially. If somebody decides to arena me or just go very aggressive on me, I am basically dead. And there's not a lot I can do. We can actually continue watching because this is where the sudden death starts fighting. And when the sudden death actually starts coming into place.
Here we go. Now
I have 4 lumberjack. I want to get this electronic, and I get contested by it from Swoopy shooting a snowball at it, which is problematic. Yeah. I'm just stubborn, trying to go at it, and luckily enough, he let me get it.
Yeah, they were fighting on top.
Yeah, I didn't know that at the time, though, so I was just happy.
Yeah.
And I crafted my my teleport just for movement, which is important.
So are you relaxed right now that you have 1 electronic at least?
I am less concerned, and I'm ready to go for more risky plays, which you will see me go as well now. I have an electronic I can run away if needed. So I am willing to go in aggressive. I don't have to wait for a vulture opportunity. And it pays off. I get off. Swoopy's hit here. I know Toby was on top of the roof. He jumped down. I got it with an uppercut, and I got another hit on him, which made him either pop a medkit if he does have one, or just waste his arena as he did right now.
Okay, why did you went on top of the arena over there?
Originally speaking, my plan was to get on top of the roofs right next to the arena. I could go out on top of the arena and move over to the roofs, just walking, not having to use a teleport or anything like that. But I saw Swoopy and decided to go aggressive on him because at the time I was just fairly confident in myself. It didn't really work out, as you can see now. But I felt like the risk was worth taking. And yeah. Here I see the red circles. I don't think you can see it with my replay as well, but you can see the red circles, so I know they're just fighting out there.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to warm up inside of the zone and just play positioning. Same thing as I did game one. Just keep playing in zone, wait for them to push me, and maybe take advantage of cold if it does actually work out.
Okay, that's.
But I just know they're trading hits. That's all I know. So I'm just waiting to see if an opportunity arises or not.
I see that you're always looking where the zone is going and not where the zone is coming from. Is there like a reason for that?
I wasn't really checking to my left or from behind me because I knew both in the general area in front of me. I didn't feel the need to. If one of them were to flank to my left, yeah, that would have been a free hit for him. That would have been a mistake of me, but I just was lucky enough for them to not flank like that.
Mm-hmm.
I heard somebody crafting or pop a medkit or something like that, so I knew they were above me. I heard a glider pop as well, an armor pop. They're not on my ground, so they're on the bridge. Trying to go up for a free hit. The arena's up. Can't really do much. But it gives me the info of a bunch of arrows and a bunch of like ice bolts and everything clashing, meaning they're investing a lot of resources in fighting each other right now.
Mm-hmm. And
So
here we go.
Yeah. But because I know he used up a bunch of his resources, I am trying to push. I get a cheeky headshot on him. He's trying to armor up. I don't know what that axe was, but I decide to push because I do have a coffee. I can survive a little bit, and I just get a nice little combo on him.
Nice Tally X. But Toby just, it was not Toby, who was that in the last?
That was Swoopy in the end.
So yeah, Swoopy got just a full body of
yes.
Toby. Haven't you been concerned that he got like 2 coffees to counter your 1?
Well, yeah, that would be even more of a reason. Because if I let him do his thing, if I let him craft him up and I let him use his coffees, that's gonna be the winning factor for him. But if I just push like I did in the end there and not let him take advantage of the loot that he just got off of Toby, I won't be needing to feel concerned about that at all.
Okay.
Because
So
I can just go, yeah.
Before we go to the next highlight, I see that you're using a dot as your crosshair.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Why so? Why not a cross or anything?
Oh, I just like it, personally speaking. I feel a lot of my arrows, I don't know if it's been noticeable or not, but a lot of my arrows are mostly flicks because I don't know, I'm just an idiot like that. I just flick for no fucking reason.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't need guidelines or anything. I would need them if I were to track, but I just flick, so it's more of an intuition thing anyways.
Okay.
And I like seeing a lot of my enemy. I don't like having a crosshair cover my enemy.
Okay, yeah,
So
reasonable.
I have it at like 70% opacity as well on top of that. So yeah. Here, game 3, early fight. I'm in a very good position point-wise, but I decide to go for this fight because I'm very confident I'm able to kill him. Mm-hmm. The only reason why I'm highlighting this as well is if you look at his positioning, so I can point out what he did wrong. He got a one-hit and deserve from me, and I basically pressure him towards this lava lake. He tries to get away from it the first time, then he jumps in front of it and kind of stands there. That's generally speaking, I would just argue this would be a good display of somebody not being fully aware of a situation, like our surroundings, or maybe not ignoring it.
Do you want to rewatch it?
I mean, we can, yeah. It was a fairly fast fight.
Yeah.
Overall, but it's just he put himself into a difficult situation already.
Okay.
He could have done better now. He could have tried to go to the left instead of to your right. Like right before I hit his armor off, he could have tried to move a different direction. Right here, he could have just continued going to the right even more. It was just a fairly confusing positioning from his point of view, but it does happen sometimes. I can't really say anything. And
yeah, that's nice.
Just overall as well, I ended up winning that set, which was good. Even though Ori killed me right after this, I'm not going to show that though, because why should I smile?
I mean, you can if you want to highlight things that you did wrong in the fight.
I mean, the things that I did wrong in the fight, it would be a good point actually. The things that I did wrong, there are very few things, to be honest. I didn't listen out for anyone. I didn't go check a map because I was fairly certain nobody has a reason to push me this early. And from the first hit on, I was just pretty much game over though. The gravity storm popped, which we knew about earlier. and or he's just way too confident in his aim, and I know he can beat me in a gravity storm if it just goes down to aiming. So as soon as he hit me the first time, I was like flying about in the air. I knew it was pretty over for me. I still tried to do something about it, but essentially I already gave up and just hoped that or he can't go for more kills. Yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Any more highlights that you have?
No, that would have been it. That was all 3 games that I wanted to point out something. And yeah.
Yeah, that was really great. I mean, I learned a lot. Yeah, that's the whole point.
That's kind of the idea of it, Smile.
Yeah. Let's see, players. Any tips for new players or existing players that want to take their gameplay to the next level?
I would say it really depends on how new of a player you are. If you're extremely new, just play and get used to a set that you like. Avoid fire arrows because even though they're faster now, they still have a different drop ratio. Just try to go for normal arrows, berserk arrows, or hunter arrows. Don't jump mid-fight. It fucks up your stamina massively and also makes you predictable in the air. So a good enemy just can shoot you every time you jump. Try to manage your cold meter in a comfortable way. Always have a lookout on it, because if you start taking cold damage mid-fight, the enemy will be notified, and then you just lost the fight immediately, because he can just start pushing you and punishing you for not managing your cold meter. If you need to learn more stamina, how to axe properly, how to have stamina management, go for some berserk arrows to start off with, so you can just see what the max capability is, and then switch to hunter or normal arrows, so you can have the experience of being limited on stamina as well.
I guess as a thumb rule, don't jump a lot.
Yeah, as a rule of thumb, don't jump a lot unless there are certain situations where you can jump, where it's beneficial to jump, but that has to be learned. That has to be just tried out by yourself. But if you're starting off as a player, just don't jump. You can jump from time to time off of cliffs or something like that, but don't try. It's not Fortnite. Jumping is beneficial to you in this game.
Yeah, if anyone wants to see more of your content, where they can go to, if they can go to.
Well, I do stream on Twitch, which you can see right on the VOD as well. Twitch.tv/TheLazySlof. I do stream pretty irregularly now, due to jobs and everything. But if you follow me on Twitter or join my Discord, which you will both find on my Twitch page as well, you will be notified whenever I do go live. So yeah.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Just I think I will put a link down there in the comments.
Pog you, dude.
Yeah, collaboration, man.
Hell yeah.
By the way, how did you got to the name TheLazySlof? It's not a name that you think about that as a small kid, It's not like I'm gonna be destroyer of XXX.
I don't know. I generally speaking, it's very boring and vanilla if you think about it. I am very uncreative. I was like, all right, cool. I like sloths. I'm fucking lazy. Let's call myself TheLazySlof. Oh, the name with TH is always already taken in every game I try to play. Fuck it, let's just misspell it. So far I'm the only one that has this name, at least in every game I played so far. So hey, I'm fine with it.
Okay, now we know your secret.
Hell yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for taking your time and helping me with that small project.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess links to your social and your channel will be in the description, or most likely in a pinned comment down below, if I will remember to do so. Of course, go give a like, sub, and do TheLazySlof. Yeah, see you next time.
I'll see you guys around.
Yeah, I'll see you guys next time.
Hell yeah.
I need to remember doing that more.
Yeah.